To the French presidential elections now, and the far-right candidate Marine Le Pen and her centrist rival Emmanuel Macron have gone head-to-head live on French television. For more than 2 hours, the anchors of the debate struggled to get in a word in edgeways. Le Pen and Macron became far more aggressive than anyone had expected. Some of the angriest exchanges were over jobs and the issue of France's membership of the European Union.
The France you're defending is not France. It's a trading floor where it's every man for himself, in which French workers will have to fight to keep their jobs against freelancers, in which businesses must fight each other in the same sector to pay lower salaries or get the most hours in order to get the largest share of the market. It's absolutely not my vision.
What you are championing is defeatism. It's explaining to the French people that globalization is too hard for us. Europe is too hard for us. So we're going to fall back. We're going to close the borders. We're going to get out of the euro and get out of Europe because others can do it, but we can't.
So let's go straight to Paris now, and our editor-at-large, Craig Capitas, is live for us. Craig, great to have you again. So the sparks were flying last night. Who came out on top?
Well, the rolling polls right now are 61%, 39% in favor of Macron. The statisticians I just spoke to tell me that Le Pen would have to garner about 1 million votes a day between now and Election Day, Sunday, May 7th, to make any kind of dent in his lead.
So briefly, how good an indicator are these debates of the actual election result?
Well, they are a very good indicator, but let's remember something. Le Pen is not out to win this election. She's out to hone public anger and make them angrier. And that is what she did last night, and that is what she's been doing all day, and she's going to continue to do that through the election and up to the regional elections in the beginning of June.
Right, so let's go on that assumption then, Craig, that Macron is going to come out on top on Sunday. He says that he wants to boost government spending. France, though, already has one of the highest public spending ratios to GDP. How is he going to push through even more of that?
Macron simply has to reconfigure the entire nation. 56.2 is the percentage of French government spending to GDP. That is unsustainable going forward. You know, the problem that he's facing is that France stubbornly believes in its past. It stubbornly believes in its social models. And moreover, it believes that these social models should be respected throughout the world. This has been France for the past 40 years, and they're not. So Macron has made this pledge to drag France out of this mud, and quite frankly, there's a lot of people in this country who don't want to be dragged out of that mud. Indeed,
and as we were just seeing, that ratio of public spending to GDP that France has is one of the highest among developed countries. Le Pen also accusing Macron of what she called uncontrolled globalization and the Uberization of society. Macron simply saying that she's a liar. Who do the French people believe?
They believe Macron. There's no question about that. But this is all part of the unavoidable repetitiveness of the French economic and political policy, again, over the past 40 years. Remember, Macron has taken out a personal loan, I think it's for what, 8 million euros to run this campaign. Now, what he has said is this: all 577 deputies running for the National Assembly have to run under the unmarched livery. If they don't, he doesn't want them. He doesn't want them. So it's going to be very difficult to find that many people in this country to get behind him politically and then get elected in June.
Thanks a lot, Craig Capitas in Paris. Thank you so much.